Hey everyone, I'm First Alert Meteorologist Chrissy Kohler. We have our third tropical depression of the season formed out in the central Atlantic. It's pretty far out here, so at this point it's not impacting land, but it is going to be impacting land within the next couple of days. So right now, 35-mile-per-hour winds. That's enough to be a tropical depression. It looks pretty healthy actually on the satellite radar here. And as it's headed into this environment that's very favorable, we've got warmer than normal ocean temperatures. We've got a lot of moisture to work with and pretty low wind shear. That means we're likely going to see this become a tropical storm later today on Monday. And if it does, that's going to be Tropical Storm Brett. That's the next name on the list here. It continues to be in a pretty favorable environment all the way through Wednesday night. And that's when we see this potentially becoming our first hurricane of the season. And then it tracks through to the Caribbean. So the Windward Islands likely going to start to feel impacts as we head into the later part of Thursday and into Friday as well. Once we get out this far though, out to day 5, that's when we start to see some question marks in the track of this. There is some uncertainty with how far north or south this is going to track. If we keep this on the stronger side as it impacts those islands there and continues to be a hurricane, it's likely going to take a little bit of a jog to the north, and that would put that track closer to Puerto Rico, to the Virgin Islands, even Cuba as well. So very important to note if you've got travel plans to these areas, anywhere really in the Caribbean, once we get into the later part of the week and into next week as well. You want to be keeping a very close eye on this because this could have a big impact on those travel plans. If it's a little bit of a weaker storm and ends up weakening to say a tropical storm as it gets in the Caribbean Sea, it's likely going to head a little bit further south and may actually jog south of those islands. So we'll be keeping a close eye on this. At this point, it's a little too early to say what the potential impacts could be for us here in the US. But of course, we'll be keeping a very close eye on that as we head through the rest of this week and into this weekend as we get a clearer picture of where the storm's going to head.